So I figured I'd come on and show you all something pretty neat. Let's get all set up here. I got this new combination lock from 1983 at an antique mall. It's a 1983 sleigh maker. I saw one of these in a grocery store when I was a kid, and my parents wouldn't buy it for me. So here, almost 30 years later, we got this lock, and we're going to open it up. I did a video about it, but I'm going to show it to you here. The dial, it's a sleigh maker. I don't like, the dial is interesting as you grab it from the outside and turn it like this. I don't really like it because the dial doesn't turn very smooth, but we're going to open it. There we are, the first number. Maybe if it gets used more, it'll loosen up. And now we'll go back to the last number. Now it should open. Yep, so this is a new old stock combination lock I got. It's from the 1980s. 1983, and it has this contest on it. I want to show you. This is hilarious. Win an electronic game center. And look at what it includes. Atari 800 computer, Panasonic projection TV, and if your combination is a certain combination is how you would win. So yeah, mine was not the winning combination. If it was 040 or something like that, I think it was. Yeah, if it was 040, huh. If it had been 30 years ago, I would have won a TV. I'm sure the person that won the TV, by now it's probably in a junkyard somewhere or in a dump or something. So that's funny. 30 years ago, someone could have won a TV. If their lock had a certain combo. But imagine what like I said, an Atari 800 computer system. I don't even know what that is. I've heard of it, but Oh, and get this. Second prize, a ColecoVision. And the fourth prize, an AM radio. I mean, look at these prizes. I mean, I bet most of y'all looking at this don't even know what this is, but as a child growing up in the 80s, I know what all these is. Third prize was a boombox. Punch mini moped. I need to look that up online and see what that is. So I just think that's hilarious. I mean, it just dates that lock. 1983. I got a ColecoVision in 1984. It would have been hilarious if I had opened up that lock and it was a winner of a contest 30 years ago. Yep, 30 years too late. Oh, those of y'all who didn't live in the 80s and 90s missed out on a lot. It was a magical time period. It was amazing. I'd say the 80s was probably, yeah, Scott, you remember the 80s. Slaymaker Locks is out of business. They went out of business in 1986. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's good music in the 80s, and no internet. Life was a lot simpler. It was great growing up in the 80s. And the 90s was fun too. Let's see here. I think we're going to have some of these. Let's see if I can set the phone on the toaster. I'll set the phone up there. We're going to have some. Don't get me wrong. There are some good times now. But, I mean, life was a lot simpler. People were a lot nicer. I mean, life was a lot better before social media. I will have to say, life was better before social media. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to do about 2 minutes. Let's see here. I'm going to put about 12 of these. Let's see here. People were a lot nicer too. There, we'll cook these for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, I mean, a lot's changed. It's just social media has, like I said, just enables teenagers just to sit around and bully each other. Everything is politics. The 1980s and 1990s, I mean, I'd say I really like the 80s. I really like growing up in the 80s. Because back in the 80s, like I said, it was just, stuff was so fun, stuff was so simple. You used to go to the mall, hang out at the arcades, no cell phones, no internet. Video games were just starting to come out. Looks like my food's just about done. Probably have to like cool for a little bit. Let me see here. I gave it 2 minutes. Let's give it another, it's probably done. I don't care if they're a little cold in the center. I kind of like the cheese a little cold in the center. But we got some pizza rolls. Too hot. Needs to cool, just burn the inside of my mouth. No, I think Zach bought these at the store for me. We had good movies too, like Back to the Future. 1993, I was not old enough to, I mean, 77. 1993 is when I got my driver's license. I had an old Volvo, a 1987 Volvo. Jason and Evan are off doing their own thing today because I was supposed to get called into work. But yeah. Well, congratulations, Rafe. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I have a nostalgia about the 1980s because it was just a great time. It was just a great time. You used to go outside to play. You rode a bicycle everywhere. I can remember in 1991, me and a friend of mine walked 3 miles to go to the mall to play video games and ride the elevator. Things have pretty much been there as far as 2000 goes. I mean, not much, not a lot has changed since pretty much the late 90s. The only thing that's really changed since 2000 is now we have smartphones to bury ourselves in, and social media is more prevalent. Pizza rolls. But I'd say pretty much from like 1998, 1999 till now, not a lot has changed. I'd say the biggest changes probably took place in the 90s. That's kind of when the internet came about. Man, this one's cold. But the only major changes that have probably happened since 2000 are smartphones and social media. But I'd say from 1950 up until about 1995 were the biggest innovations in technology. 2000 stuff just got more perfected, that's all. Yep, these are pizza. And those of y'all that are old like me can probably agree with me. Well, it's just because people are, the reason things are not as friendly anymore as they used to be is everyone's all about electronic. I mean, they're communicating with, like I'm doing right now, they're on a cell phone. But don't get me wrong, there's some pretty cool stuff right now. But it's just, Playgrounds. Playgrounds in the 80s were amazing. And dangerous. Well, thank you. I try to make the best elevator videos. Although today I'm going to be uploading a video of a padlock. Yeah, school dances, going to the bowling alley, the skating rink. Yeah. No one under the age of 18 really needs a smartphone. Or maybe 16. Well, like I said, I really value the people that watch me. I mean, I genuinely value you guys. And I still need to figure out how to, I mean, next time I'm over the house, if you come on a live stream, I'm going to show you my washer, and I can't find a way to defeat the interlock because I would love to do a video of the entire cycle. I've gotten several requests. You're one of them. I mean, I would love to show off my washer. It sounds awesome. But you want to see a really crappy washing machine, Isaac? Look at this. This thing and this dryer. I can't believe Whirlpool would slap their name on a piece of crap like this. This dryer only works half the time. You'll turn it on. You'll start it up. It'll run for a few seconds, then just randomly cut off. I mean, if it's empty, it usually works fine. But this thing will run for like maybe a few seconds and then just cut off randomly. This washer, if it's the slightest bit overloaded, it shuts down. Nothing on this control panel will do anything. You have to reach back there and unplug it and plug it back in. I will have to say that these are the worst washer and dryer known to man right here. They are nothing but problematic. So, Whirlpool makes good stuff, but this is like a GPX or something. Or, I don't know if there's generic washer. It's just junk. But yeah, my machines work perfect. My machines work perfect. Not these, though. I mean, we complain to the landlord. They come in and look at them. Oh, they're fine. The ones over my house work perfect. But yeah, when I was a kid, we had Whirlpool appliances from the. They were yellow. They were from like 1973. And they didn't die until like 1990. Then we got Maytag. And they lasted like 20 years. They were still going when we sold the house. No, don't get me wrong, the 80s wasn't without its problems. And that's the thing about being nostalgic. Typically, when you're being nostalgic, you're only remembering the good stuff. Just believe me, the 80s was not without its problems. But I'm just saying, it was a different world. It was a different world. 1980s was a different world. I was watching this YouTube video last night about 25 things that you could do in the 80s you couldn't do now. Having fun on the playground was one of them. I'm still hungry, so I think I'm going to fix a few more of these. I mean, there was a lot of racism. I mean, of course, it's prevalent now, but a lot of racism, like hospitals could turn away people if they didn't have health insurance. I mean, there was, like I said, it wasn't without its problems. We had a really bad president, Ronald Reagan. It wasn't perfect. But for the most part, it was just a lot more fun. Oh, cool. Chevy Monte Carlo. I'm trying to get 30 more seconds on the microwave. I mean, I'm not going to get into a political rant here, but I'd say the last really good president we had during my lifetime was Bill Clinton. I really liked old Bill. We had a good economy, and I mean, that was in the 90s, but movies were really good in the 1980s too, and video arcades were a thing. Video arcades were a thing. Of course, I think we had the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah. This is a microwave. It's a Frigidaire. This is our stove. It has this type of burner. See if I can cut it on. It has an expandable element. Look at this. It can heat only the center or the whole thing. Heats up really quick. I have a microwave that's older than I am. Aaron Stone gave it to me. It's an old Amanda radar range and still works perfect. Oh, and the Atari port of Pac-Man on the 2600 was terrible. Did you use my microwave at all while you were there, Cody? Did you use my old, Oh, it's a great microwave. I assume it works perfect. But yeah, Aaron Stone gave me that microwave oven. It's an Amanda radar range. Oh no, that's not the railroad. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. But, yeah, I'm sorry. The black button is still down at the elevator museum. I haven't been down there to do any work, but since it's totally unaltered, no key switches in it, I'm going to be able to sand it down and make it look like new. I may replace a couple button caps. Oh my gosh, prank calls. Okay. And guys, like I said, I'm not, before I get started, no, it wasn't railroad. Before I get started, don't do them. It's not cool. But us 80s kids, when we get bored sometimes, we do prank phone calls. Oh Lord, did I do my share? I'd like look up in the phone book. I mean, I'll never forget this one. And like I said, before I tell the story, I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying this is what some of us kids did, and I was one of them. I found someone in the phone book with a last name of Butt. About 3 in the morning, I called him up. A little 11-year-old Andrew. Hi there, have you wiped your butt today? He said, go to hell, you mother. And then hung up the phone. And I'm just sitting there laughing. And then I find more weird names in the phone book. And I just, like, I do prank calls, like, all night. I call payphones, too. And I'd ask very inappropriate questions. But, prank phone calls were a thing back in the 80s. Because no one could trace them. I mean, we didn't have caller ID or anything back then. There was no way to trace a phone call. Because it was all relay logic. But, yeah. Imagine 11-year-old Andrew Reams sitting down in the basement, mile-long grin, phone book, just dialing random numbers, asking people stupid questions. Or making fun of their name. That was something else that we don't really have anymore. Prank phone calls. Oh, yeah, we always did when we were bored. Oh, the good old days. Riding around in the back of a station wagon. That's another thing you don't really do anymore. No seatbelts. Prank phone calls were done. Calls were just done out of boredom and to make people laugh. Scams or take people's money. That's not a prank phone call. And no, I don't want anyone going out and doing prank phone calls. It's not cool. I'm just saying when I was like 8, 9, 10, and 11, I kind of outgrew it by the time I was like 13 or 14. Like sometimes we call TWA. Yes, I need to book a flight from St. Louis to China. And then they'd be like, they'd ask all these questions and we wouldn't know what to say. Or calling McDonald's to order a pizza. We do that sometimes. I'm trying to think of the clean ones. Unfortunately, most of them were vulgar. Most of them were pretty vulgar. So I can't really, I'm not going to go into detail here because I don't want to lose half my viewers. We've had, when I was a kid, we had a cat named Seymour. But, oh yeah, I did prank call an elevator. This was, and like I said, this was back probably about 2008, 2009 when I was trucking. Connor Carey got me the phone number for the emergency phone in his dorm elevator. And I would call it almost every day, acting like I was looking for my girlfriend. And I'd be like, is Christy there? You called an elevator. I didn't call no elevator. I'm looking for my girlfriend. Where is she? Is she with another man? And they say, dude, you called an elevator. I'd say, I'd be like, I ain't called no elevator. I'm a truck driver from Alabama, and I'm going to come up there and whoop somebody if they don't put my girlfriend on the phone. I did that for like weeks straight. Well, anyway, fast forward about 3 months. I'm up there visiting Connor. And I'm claustrophobic. I do not like being crammed in a crowded elevator. We were in the elevator with about 20 people. I said, I hope we don't get stuck in here. I'm claustrophobic. And another passenger in the elevator goes, oh, don't worry, we're very safe in this elevator. You see that emergency phone there? It calls a truck driver in Alabama. And when I heard that, you don't know how hard it was to keep a straight face. Because apparently that elevator had gotten a reputation for the truck driver from Alabama. That was me. So that's just another funny story about prank phone calling. I mean, you don't know how hard it was not to laugh when that girl told me not to worry. The emergency phone calls a truck driver in Alabama. A truck driver in Alabama. Because I came up with that when I was in Alabama. I came up with that when I was in Alabama. So that's just another funny story. I got a lot of funny stories. I can't tell some of them because some of them are not G-rated, but maybe someday I'll find a forum where I can tell PG-13 and R-rated stories, but excuse me. But like I said, I like to keep this channel clean because, oh, believe me, I would love to tell some stories, but like I said, it's just, I may have some like 8 or 9-year-olds on here watching, and I don't want to teach them anything they don't need to know, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just prank phone calling was something I really enjoyed when I was a kid. Another thing I used to love was riding my bicycle. I used to ride my bicycle up on Clayton Road in St. Louis County just so the girls could see me. Oh, we don't need any mods right now because I'll take care of anything. I'm not driving. But it's funny. I used to ride my bicycle up on Clayton Road just so the girls on the school bus would see me. Good old days. Now I'm an old fart. I'm 40, almost 44 years old. Sitting in this apartment. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Cody and Steven are here. Sitting in this apartment. My boyfriend's at work. My best friend is not here, so I have you guys. And I'm sitting here in an apartment. Laptop, computers. I like cats, but I like my birds. I thought about going out, but that lock I bought was so cool. Not yet. He doesn't really want me saying where he is because he doesn't want people bothering him. As a matter of fact, that was Jason calling. It's just funny. This elevator panel here is from 1967. And by the way, I am going to be making some new t-shirts here soon. And I will put a link up on my DieselDucy Facebook page. They're going to be the only official DieselDucy, quote, I'm just here to ride the elevator, unquote, t-shirts. They'll probably have DieselDucy. They'll probably have this panel on them. This is my favorite elevator button. I don't know why. Five Guys is awesome. You don't want to get run over by a train. Speaking of, I hope I don't have to go on a train. I'm first out. I do not want to go to work. I've been married. I've had several girlfriends, and now I have a boyfriend. So, I will tell you this, though, about relationships. Those of y'all who are, I would love to skip work, and believe me, I do sometimes. I love calling in sick to work. That is my favorite thing in the world to do. So, boys and girls, when you get jobs, call in sick to work. It's the most liberating feeling. In all honesty, it's a bad idea, but like I said, I just love calling in sick to work. But for those of y'all who are single, don't worry about getting into a relationship. Because I'm going to tell you, being in a relationship is good, but also, this is just, you do lose a lot of freedom. You lose a lot of freedom when you get into a relationship. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just part of the, it's just, once you're in a serious relationship, I think porn is disgusting. That's my opinion on porn. I think it's disgusting. It's trash. So that's my opinion on porn. It's trash. But the thing is, I have made financial decisions where I don't need to work all the time. I wish I could work part-time. I would love my job if it was part-time. But all I'm going to say is, yeah, I'm going to answer a question like that because I think it's total trash. And yeah, relationships are not all they're cracked out to be. I mean, I'm in one, I've been in one for almost a year now. And yeah, if your boyfriend's addicted to porn, I'm going to tell you something. Porn destroys relationships. If you're in a relationship and you're looking at pornography, you're looking to destroy your relationship. So, porn is basically inappropriate pictures and videos of people. It's disgusting, and you should never look at it. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a very strong supporter of the First Amendment in our Constitution. I don't think it should be illegal because that would be against the Constitution. But it is just trash, and it can ruin your life. It can ruin your life. So this, thank you. And this, to my younger viewers and parents, I'm just getting it out there. Like I said, I had a question about this. It's disgusting. I think it's wrong. And just don't look at it. So that's my opinion on that. Oh boy, I hope I'm not getting called to work. There's 2 more trains running. Let me see if they have crews for it. They have 1. Oh, good. They just got someone. I may be going up to Bluefield here later. They just got someone arrested. Let me see if they called any of these. I do not want to go to work. Let's see here. 520. That one already got called. Let's see here. The 815 got called. 19M. I don't know. I need to go to work because me and my boyfriend have a trip planned next month and I need to take some time off for it. So I need to go to work right now. But I've got myself in a situation, like, I'm not going to say my exact salary, but this is just an example. And this is something, money management is very important. Money management is very important. Say you make $100,000 a year. Yeah, you could mortgage a $300,000 house or $400,000 house, but you're going to be paying on that for 30 years. Me, I bought a $50,000 house, and I'm going to pay that thing off in 3 years. Once I get that house paid off, I don't owe any money to anybody, and all I can do is save, 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 save. The money I make off YouTube, I save all of it. The money I make at work, I live off of. So like so many people get themselves into bad situations with credit cards. And let me tell you this, credit cards can be your best friend or your worst enemy. I spend every penny I spend on credit cards, and I pay it off the second I spend it. The reason I do that is I make probably almost $1,000 a year in credit card rewards, because every time I use my credit card, I get cash back. But yeah, like money management is like, just because you see something and you want it, you don't buy it unless you can afford it, and it's not going to take away from anything else. Like, don't buy a video game system if you can't afford groceries. Just stuff like that. Walmart is an okay first job. I mean, it's not, no problem. Like I said, that's a valid question. And I mean, money management is pretty important. I mean, I don't know if the schools even teach that anymore. I don't know if the schools even teach money management anymore. But I need to tell Zach I will be picking him up tonight. Yeah, tax, that's a topic for another day. Yeah, $400 worth of model trains. Yeah, I pay them off every month, and private message me your story, Jim, but I will never let anyone, no one's going to make me delete my stuff. It's my stuff. If you don't like what I'm doing on your property, I'll leave. I use my credit cards for everything. I worked at Walmart before, and it was a very bad job. Yeah, don't spend money you don't have. Yeah, no one can take your camera. If anyone tries to touch you physically, call the police and say you're being assaulted. Hey, how are you doing? No, I'm not going to share, but all the train companies are, like I said, I'm going to show you something. I'll let this speak for itself. That way it's not me speaking. Worst employers in America. Let's take a look at this. This was 2019, but still, let's see here. Here we go. Worst employers in America. Let's scroll down to the bottom. The worst employer in America is Union Pacific. This is the worst employer in America. The second worst employer in America. Wait, oh, wait, hold on. This is a different one. Let me see here. Let me find, I think it was from 2020. Let me see here. Worst employers in America. I think it's 20. Let's see here. I think it was in, let me look, 2020. I think it was on Forbes. Let me see here. Where is it? Let's see here. I want to find that. Well, let's see here. Oh, oh my gosh. It was in 2021. This is it. Here we go. Here we go. I can't wait to show you all this. I can't wait to show you all this. All right. This is a reputable magazine. Here we go. Look at this. Worker beware. These are the 22 worst companies to work for by money-wise. Let's scroll down to the bottom, and here we go. We're going to start off at the bottom. All right. The worst employer in America is this company right here. Their Glassdoor rating is horrible. Now let's go to the second worst company in America. This is the second worst company to work for in America. I wonder if I know anyone that works there. Let's scroll up. Third, oh, thank you. Third worst employer. Fourth worst employer. And number 5. 3 of the top 5 worst employers in America are train companies. CSX, number 5. My employer is number 2. And Union Pacific is the worst employer in America. That doesn't surprise me, though. They have a Glassdoor rating of 1.9, which is terrible. That is horrible. Ours is only 2.5. I'm there for the retirement. Let's see what other companies are on this list. Frontier Communications, CSX, Regus. No, thank you for the money. I've never heard of this company. A Health Solutions Company. Office Max is a bad employer. Family Dollar is on the list. Family Dollar is on the list. Dollar General's on the list. CompuCon. Dyson. I've heard of Dyson. Well, they're on the list of worst employers in America. ResCare. Suncor Energy is a bad company, apparently. GameStop is a bad place to work, apparently. Intertech. Gannett, they do advertising. Steak and Shake is a bad place to work. Because they treat their employees like crap is probably why. Rent-A-Center, they're on the top 22. Signet Jewelers. Sedgwick Claims Management Service. Is this money? Is that this still blows my mind? 1, 2, and 3 of the top 5 worst employers in this country are train companies. All right, who's spamming? I am going to remove them from this chat. Okay, I think I know who it is. We're going to take care of this. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I accidentally made them a mod, then I removed it really quick. But yeah. I'm here. Let's see what this video is. Let's see what this is.
Good afternoon, transportation team. I'm reaching out to let you know about a company-wide initiative to understand how Norfolk Southern can be a better employer, better community neighbor, and how to better serve our customers. As employees, you know this company best, where Norfolk Southern's strengths lie, and where we have room to improve. That's why it's essential we hear from you, and why I'm asking you to take the upcoming survey. This is different than the quarterly pulse survey that some of you may have taken recently. This survey will help us refine what Norfolk Southern stands for and who we want to be moving forward. Given the importance of this initiative, I encourage you to take 15 minutes to let your voice be heard. To ensure anonymity, we are using an independent third-party research partner, APCO Worldwide, to conduct the survey. They will ensure none of your answers are personally identifiable, so please be as honest as possible. You will be receiving a link in your email shortly, and it will also be posted on the Forge app. The senior leadership team and I look forward to hearing what you have to say, and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
I'll be honest, I never got the survey. So yeah. Tell me about, have any of y'all had a really lousy job? Have any of y'all had a very lousy job? Well, thanks for the super chats, guys. Okay, let me take Evan's call real quick. I will be back in just a couple minutes. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It was just Evan asking me a question. Um, I'm here. All right, who's spamming? We'll take care. Me or my mods will take care of it. Because when I'm sitting here, I can see the chat, and if I see something going on bad, I'll take care of it. Oh, everything's going good. Flight simulator. That's fun. Oh, my pickup truck got totaled almost 10 years ago now. I tolerate my job. There has good points and bad points. The lifestyle is very rough, never knowing when you're going to work. Yep, the Avalon. Someone wants to know about the Avalon. Hold on. I bought another pickup truck, gave it to Nick, he sold it, and then bought another pickup truck. I work at the railroad. There is the Avalon right there. It is so hot, unbelievably hot outside. It's unbelievably hot. When I get off the phone, I'm gonna upload the video, but let me see if I have any videos on my camera that haven't been pulled yet. I thought I filmed some stuff recently. Let me look. What's this? I only got 2 videos? What is this? Alright, we are outside the Witch Building in 2021. And the question is, does the elevator work? Good sign. I think it's done. I got one ride on it. All right, it's been a long time, but we are back at the Mason building in Staten, Virginia. Oh, the road house messed up. I'm a little slow, but if I'm too slow, try pressing my button again. I think it's here. Oh wow, yet another paint job and a new light fixture. The elevator at the Mason building is really cool. But anyway, my battery's at about 10%, and I need to chill out for a little bit. Well, I still have some time to myself, but it has been wonderful being on here with you guys. With that being said, I'm going to hop off here and go chill. Yeah, I have a juice pack, but I need to go chill. And we're going to put the phone on the charger, and I'm just going to chill out till Zach gets off work. And I had fun talking about nostalgia with you. I love nostalgia because I lived some of it. But I hope you guys have had a good time, and I'm going to put this video of this padlock up here in a few minutes, and I hope you all enjoy it. With that being said, bye y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back soon.